So today, if you read the bulletin, kids are going to be shown their pictures from our Puerto Rico mission trip. And several of the kids will be speaking at the coffee hour, and you can see where all your prayers went and your financial support. I want to thank you from my heart, and they'll be thanking you too. This was an amazing trip, and they're amazing young people. So I'm going to introduce Cynthia McDougall, and her daughter is Alyssa McDougall. And Alyssa is in her 7th year with us here at the Lutheran Youth Group. And Cynthia would like to say a few words.
Thank you, John. My daughter has spent 7 years here in the youth group. She just graduated high school, so she will be moving on. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all. You are one of the most generous congregations that I've ever seen for your support of the youth, especially for those of us that are not members here, and that you have held and loved our kids. And your generosity financially and lovingly, I just give you so much thanks. And so I wanted to take a moment when John asked me if I wanted to speak. And the growth I've seen in all the youth, not only my daughter, but all of them, through the guidance of John and all your love. And I just really want to thank the other parents in the youth group so much for their support of my child and of me and of all of the kids. And their youth group trips have been incredible. They've grown in ways that are life-changing and that will be with them all their lives. So I thank John especially for his commitment and his love of these kids, and to Cheryl for her time, of giving John time, and just thank you all very, very much.
Hello, John here. I'm going to tell you a little bit of story about our trip. Here's the girls waiting for me in front of the hotel, and that's a view from our hotel. This is a famous picture of El Morro, the castle in San Juan. We took a walking tour from Debbie there. She's in the orange shirt. And that's us on the walking tour in downtown, Old Town, San Juan, Puerto Rico. And these are some more pictures of Old Town, San Juan, Puerto Rico. There's Christine, our youth leader, on the left, and her sister Claire Iraldi. That's Emily Garabino. And there's Claire, one of our famous pictures with Claire with the stray cat. And this is a group shot and an opening prayer at the church we stayed at when we met all the other kids from all over the country.
To lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I call you friends.
And this is where we stayed in a church in Arecibo. And this is the kids just kind of hanging around in the get-together area. And here they are again. Arecibo is about 50 miles west of San Juan. Those are buddy bags. So we each had a bag so we could write each other notes. There's Anik putting a note in a buddy bag there. And in the morning there was a crew that got up and fixed breakfast. And also there was a dinner crew, cleanup crews, and the other crews that took care of the daily activities. This is a dinner we had on the beach in Arecibo. This is Devo Beach. We had our devotions there one morning. Just a beautiful beach. And you can see the kids with their Bibles and their devotion pamphlets. This is where we served. It's a orphanage called Santa Teresita for small abused children. And this is the nun on the left and the assistant director on the right. We painted their social hall and some of their rooms. And then there's Anik up on something painting. And there's Alyssa. And there's Anik painting one of the children's rooms. They're pretty good painters at this stage. We also cleaned up outside and did some other things. And then the kids arrived on the last day, so we had water fights with them and things like that. And I got to play with the kids. just had a great time. There's another shot of the kids in swimming pools that we set up. Here's a picture of the kids. I really couldn't take pictures of their faces for obvious reasons. This is Selena at the orphanage. These are Puerto Rican high school students we also worked with. And there's a picture of our group out in front of the orphanage. And this is the assistant director passing the thanks of God through Megan's hands. And we also got bags of Puerto Rican candy for our efforts. And this is at a beach where Christine and her group worked with boys that got in trouble with drugs and stuff like that kid on the right there. Real nice boy, though. He's doing great now. And one boy got up and witnessed his faith to all of us. And that's Claire and Emily on the right, and some of the boys from this home where they helped. And this is the girls listening to the witness of this young man. And this is our goodbye out in front of the church. And this is the beach that we stayed at, and we just kind of vacationed there for a whole day. The kids got to go in the water and just have a great time. So we stayed there 4 or 5 hours. And they just had a great time, and we're out in the water. I walked up and down the beach and took a few pictures. Now there they are in the water there. And there I am on the beach, thanks to Megan, who took some pictures of me and Selena. And after we left the beach, we stopped at fruit stands, and they really wanted to immerse themselves in the local culture. And it was really interesting to see them do this. So they bought some fruit and enjoyed that. Fantastic variety of fruit. And there's another shot of them shopping. And this is lunch after they went on a zip line tour. And there they are in their helmets for the zip line tour in the rainforest. I did not go with them. And this is El Morro. And El Morro is a famous castle in Puerto Rico that defended the town. It's just one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in the world. There's Selena at El Morro. And then that's our picture in front of the castle, which came out great. And we have Alyssa on the left and Anique. And Christine and Claire. And then downtown San Juan, we got our pictures taken with parrots on our shoulders. And it was quite interesting. But the kids really loved it. I like the look from Anique there. And this is on Condado Beach one night before we left. And this is our group with the youth group leaders in the middle. Thank you all again for a great trip.